Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. A roommate who survived the Moscow murders is now fighting a subpoena to testify at Bryan Kohberger's preliminary hearing. An attorney for the woman says she has nothing to offer Kohberger's defense team and wants to stay out of the proceedings. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk spoke with a trial lawyer, and Kyle, he says subpoenas like this are not unusual.
Well, especially since this roommate is living hundreds of miles away in Nevada, a subpoena would essentially secure her attendance at this June hearing, which is by no means a trial. Now, an attorney I spoke with thinks a decision to uphold this subpoena could go either way. Her 4 roommates were found stabbed to death in this Moscow home more than 5 months ago. Now, a young woman who lived on the bottom floor has been subpoenaed by suspect Bryan Kohberger's defense team to testify at a preliminary hearing in June. That roommate now asking a judge to quash the order.
Based on the attorney's positions, they feel that they're being harassed and they don't want to be a part of this.
Mo Hammoudi is a trial lawyer out of Seattle.
It's a legitimate response to what is happening, and that needs to be balanced against the likelihood that this individual may have actual testimony to offer.
He says it's not unusual for a defense to subpoena a witness living in a different state, but in the order to quash the subpoena, the roommate's attorney says the court is required to hold a hearing before ordering someone to testify in another state. She says that has yet to happen.
The second issue is, does this person have testimony that is material to the defense? The position of the defense is that this person may have information that is material to the defense. They're not saying conclusively that this person does. They're saying they may have. So, to me, the difference between may and will have is a big distinction.
But Hammoudi also says the court may err on the side of caution since this could be a death penalty case. He says even if the subpoena stands, the court may allow the roommate to testify virtually. She may not have to testify at all.
And a lot of the times what happens is these subpoenas are issued and then witnesses are discharged. No one ends up testifying.
Kohberger's preliminary hearing is scheduled for June 26, and it's expected to last for a few days. Mark.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. Looking ahead right now, a federal judge could decide whether to bar the Idaho Attorney General from enforcing a legal opinion that would prosecute physicians for referring patients to abortion care in other states. Raul Labrador is facing a lawsuit filed by Planned Parenthood Greater Northwest. It alleges a Labrador violated the First Amendment by issuing that legal opinion back at the end of March. A ruling on this suit is expected on Friday. Meantime, assault weapons now officially banned in the state of Washington. The ban is one of 3 that Governor Jay Inslee signed aimed at preventing gun violence. The legislation applies to all future sales, meaning gun owners who already own one will not be impacted by this law. It goes into effect immediately.
These weapons of war, of assault weapons, have no reason other than mass murder. Their only purpose is to kill humans as rapidly as possible in large numbers. And I will say this, AR-15s should not be idolized, they should be prohibited, and that's what we're doing today.
Well, the new ban went into effect immediately, which meant that this morning gun shop owners had to take some of their inventory into the back.
A lot of concern on behalf of a lot of our staff of what that looks like going forward, but then also how secure all of our jobs are, mine included, and our hope is that we can carve out a new niche for ourselves. It's not going to be easy because it's almost like starting over again.
Washington joins 10 other states in banning assault weapons. Caught on camera tonight, jaw-dropping video of a man setting a Tesla on fire in North Spokane last Friday. You can see a man approach the Teslas with what appear to be gas cans. Minutes later, the car is fully engulfed in flames. Sentry mode was activated on the car, a Tesla feature that records a parked car's surroundings. The owner says this all happened while he was visiting his friend in the Serrano apartments. Right now, he is waiting to hear back from his insurance company to confirm they'll cover the damage. All right, turns out that Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Lagu's forecasting was accurate last night. We are wrapping up a beautiful day in the inland Northwest and it's only getting warmer from here. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo for more on what we can expect in the days to come. Jeremy?
Mark, hear me out. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do it again. 51 degrees right now here in town, and temperatures are pretty close to 50 across much of the inland northwest. We're hanging on to a lot of that warmth that we had earlier today. Deer Park, Sandpoint, mid-40s, but even then, that's still rather warm. We've got a nice ridge of high pressure building overhead, but what winds up happening is this little bit of energy you see right off the coast. Oh, wow, I didn't know I could move that. All right, let's do this. This little bit of energy eventually makes its way toward us, bringing us more cloud cover as we head through the next few days. So Wednesday, Thursday, looking like they're going to be a bit cloudier than it was today, but quite a bit warmer. Upper 60s both days, mid 70s come Friday, and even warmer as we head into the weekend. We're talking one very spring-like and very warm forecast in the days to come.
This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election.
President Joe Biden made it official today. He is seeking re-election. In an announcement video released earlier today, Biden said his work as president is not done. Biden is the likely Democratic nominee for the White House. Another Democratic candidate, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., launched his bid last week. Well, right now, officials with the Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities are on the campus of North Idaho College. They spent the day observing, interviewing students and staff, and making note of anything they'll need to make their report on the college's accreditation. That report is expected to be submitted in June. A decision regarding the status of their accreditation won't be made until weeks after the report comes out. The school board met last night to discuss the circumstances of President Nick Swain's hiring. No concrete decisions came out of that meeting last night. And now to our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. Construction on Riverside Avenue was finally wrapped up after nearly a year of closures and reduced lanes. The project added a new bike lane. It also overlaid pavement and reconfigured traffic lanes. The construction impacted businesses during the time, and many say they are certainly happy that construction is now wrapped up.
People have definitely had an easier time getting downtown. Parking's better. The roads are open, bike lanes are open, so a lot more foot traffic, a lot more bike traffic, a lot more car traffic, so everything's looking much better than it was a couple months ago.
The city says to expect several other projects this summer, including a deck overlay on the Maple Street Bridge and concrete work at Wellesley and Market. Meantime, WashDOT says it is discontinuing the 511 phone number for automated travel information statewide. The agency says it has seen an 86% decrease in the number of people using that number. In the meantime, if you need up-to-date travel information, WashDOT suggests using online tools like its mobile app, traffic cameras, and email alerts. The change takes effect coming up on May 19th. And today, students from Washington State University presented some ideas on how the towns of Malden and Pine City can build back following the devastating 2020 fire that destroyed much of the communities. The students spent the semester planning out their rebuilds, including things like fire breaks that would prevent the fire from spreading in the future. In the meantime, Malden is still waiting on federal disaster relief money, but the mayor there said he is confident that could be coming soon. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just text us the word NIGHT to 509-448-2000 and we'll send them directly to your phone.